What up, Chipper Chaps? This is a Chipper Chap Chat episode 137. 37. We're talking about some nerdy stuff today. I am FooRay.
I'm Chamba.
We're going to talk about, we're going to do a review discussion
Spoiler
thingy
discussion.
for Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yes, that is the title.
Okay.
So you never watched Super, right?
I did watch part of Super.
Right.
I saw a bunch of the tournament.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
thing.
Cool.
I don't think I saw the last couple episodes of it, but
That's fine. Did
saw
you did you watch any of the original Broly movies?
yeah. Oh yeah, I think I saw both of them.
Okay. Both of them?
Because there's regular Brawly movie, and then there's like Bio Brawly where he comes back as like a mud monster or something.
Yes.
And that's the one where he like Goku kills him with like a super Shoryuken.
That was dumb.
Yeah, I wasn't really big into the Bio Brawly thing.
So before we discuss any spoiler stuff, we get into details. What did you think of this new Super Broly movie? Just
I thought it was
like
cool.
it? Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought the animation was pretty good. It was way funnier than I expected it to be.
To me that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised all around. It's very much yelling and blowing shit up.
For the latter half.
Yeah, but that's what Dragon Ball
Exactly.
is, you know. I do feel like towards the end though that it started to rapidly progress through story.
Yes.
Like we suddenly were like, all right, we're in the fight and we're just gonna keep everybody's gonna keep one upping each other until we can't do it anymore.
I loved it. I love that part.
I loved that part because it was, if we had seen this in a series instead of a movie, it would have taken a gajillion episodes to get through it all.
And it wouldn't have looked as good too.
We did a season of combat in one movie basically because
I like this movie a lot, dude.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was bizarre for me for some of it because I had missed some of the
Super stuff.
Yeah, so like we're just going to talk about it, right? There's no way to not talk about.
No, well, I mean, all right. I loved it. No spoiler. Loved it.
Okay.
I like this version of Broly. I'm glad he's finally part of canon. I like this version of Broly in terms of who he is and what he's about. His backstory here is better. They fleshed him out more.
I turned into a rage monster because the baby cried next to me.
Right. Garbage. This one, much better. There's a bit of backstory of Goku and whatnot too. You can see. Yeah, good. Liked it. Now we're talking spoilers at this point.
So one part in the Goku section was confusing to me because I guess, I don't know if they ever showed, they had to have shown stuff from when Goku was a baby when he was sent off before.
Okay.
Like, I thought he was sent off as a baby.
I'm going to let you know now. This is part of a slight retcon because later on, all right, originally his story was less Superman.
Right. It's really Superman now.
Yeah, it's but when you think about it, a lot of stuff in Dragon Ball is essentially homages and their own takes on actual fiction anyways.
Right.
But now it's
always like a Monkey King.
Yeah, exactly. Originally, yeah. Loosely, that's what it's about. He's the Monkey King. It's very loosely based off that. That's why that.
I feel like Dragon Ball was Monkey King.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z was Superman version of that.
Yes. Because you didn't know he was an alien.
Yeah, they never say he's an alien in Dragon Ball. He just a kid with a tail who does martial arts or whatever.
Exactly. He was a wild, crazy beast baby that was raised as a.
Does he ever turn into the big monkey in Dragon Ball?
Yeah, that's where you first see it.
Okay, they just don't tell you why he can do that or that there's anybody else who can.
Exactly.
And then they're like, oh, there's a bunch of motherfuckers who can. They came from another planet.
It was actually interesting that they did that eventually. Like I always thought that inclusion of like, oh, his actual backstory of what he's about.
Right, but I kind of like that canonically. you don't get that backstory until he's an adult.
That's what I love. Yeah,
series of adventures.
I love that. I don't think many stories do that now.
Yeah, it'd be like if in the Superman story, he landed on the farm or whatever, but they never figured out any of that stuff.
His whole history, his whole backstory, and nothing. Like when he's an adult, you find like Zod. That's when Zod comes in. Like, wait, what?
That's kind of what
it is
they did for Man of Steel.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Man of Steel was good.
Man of Steel had some good shit, but Man of Steel was definitely the Dragon Ball version of it.
I mean, especially the fights, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think anything is topped that.
It would be great if they put out like a kid Clark Kent story set in the Man of Steel universe, but it was like his Dragon Ball adventures. So it was like him.
They're not as fun, dude. They're nowhere near as fun.
It's like Krillin. And
Put it this way. Kid Goku was raised better because his grandpa Gohan was cooler.
That's true.
That's the difference.
Waterworld is dad.
Kevin Costner's dad is still no good.
Yeah. And he was an idiot. He was like, just let me die. You don't want anybody to know you're cool or whatever.
No one will even... People will blink and you could still save me, but... Stay back. Anyway, the new backstory is very much closer to the Superman thing where the dad kind of knew and he ejected him and stuff. But you got to see Goku's mum, which you've never seen before.
Right. And I thought it was interesting. They like made a point to be like, or his wife goes like, why are you even trying to do any of this? Like, it's not like Saiyans to even give a crap about their kids. And so like Bardock's like, yeah, but I felt like saving something randomly.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, whatever. But
it was mainly weird to me that Goku seemed older when he was sent away. Because he seemed like already.
Dude, that's what I thought too. Like, I think they animated him way too big.
Yeah, when they
animated him way too big.
Like a full-on Dragon Ball kid.
He needed to be a baby still, because when he like in the original Dragon Ball, he was a baby.
And it made less sense because they're like, she's like, remember us, Kakarot, and then he like clearly doesn't.
Well, all right, so that's actually part of it still because
back as a baby.
Well, it does kind of because when he did like in original Dragon Ball, when he does land on Earth, he knocks his head and forgets everything. That's kind of part of the story.
Well, I mean, either way, it's funny that she's like, remember us.
Right, and he doesn't at all.
He says that, and then he doesn't.
Yeah. It's also neat that you got to see like a Kid Vegeta and Kid Raditz.
They've shown Kid Vegeta before.
Yeah, Raditz though. The Raditz was neat.
It was funny to me too, though, because he was like, when they're like, everything blew up, and Raditz is like, it's fine. Goku was like, he was a low-level warrior anyway.
It's also neat now because, obviously, like at one point, it was thought that Goku was one of the last remaining Saiyans to be alive, and then you find out Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz, obviously. But based on those scenes, there's actually more.
Right?
There's actually more. Like, it wasn't just them. There was actually a couple more with them.
But that was Nappa with hair, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a younger Nappa.
It seemed like they made a point for him to be like, that's impossible, like in the same way he did with the power level thing.
It was good. So it's a lot of nice cool. Also, you could tell this was definitely written by Toriyama because that's why there was a lot of the humor stuff, which I haven't seen in a Dragon Ball in a long time. Like, there's actually a lot of stuff in this film that reminded me of Dragon Ball.
Right.
Like, I think people might have been annoyed by the wishes, and I'm like, but that's pure Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was great.
I love those parts, because it was pure Dragon Ball.
I thought it was great that they mirrored Bulma's, like, vanity request with Frieza's vanity request.
Exactly.
Like, the exact same reaction to it, and yada, yada.
Just 5 centimeters.
But it's also, like, it's weird to me a little bit how much leeway Frieza gets.
Dude, it is weird to me.
In a similar way to Vegeta, like Vegeta becoming like part of
I love that though. I kind of love how, like, the whole Vegeta thing where it's like, I'm only trying to become stronger now in case this motherfucker, basically.
Right. Which is fine.
Yeah. Like, that shows so much change in Vegeta.
Yeah, I just wish they would show some change in how he interacts with everyone else.
Right,
Like,
right. Other
I
than,
want to see how his relationship expands with the rest of the cast.
right.
Like
I mean, you can tell he loves his wife. He loves his kids.
I don't even know if you can tell that. You can tell he'll protect them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
Of him like go up and smooch on Bulma or something. I've
Oh,
never.
in Super, actually. You didn't watch
That
Super.
he walks up and kisses Bulma.
There was moments where it was like really, like for the other characters to see him felt out of character for them to see him. He did some stuff where he showed affection to him.
Like I'd love to see how his relationship with Piccolo would evolve.
Oh, see that? I don't know.
And I come on, I'm telling you, somebody please write the man Piccolo into a good story. Let something happen with this guy. I don't know. He's a commie.
He's Kami, essentially.
He
is Kami.
That's what I'm saying. He should be legit, dude. He's already fused with Nail, and Nail was legit.
Dude, Nail was boss.
Like, let him fuse with some other, like, crazy, like, let him fuse with Pycon and become, like, some kind of crazy...
That would be so with the biggest, like, massive lips, but a nose. Pycon was sick. He never appeared again, though, so it was garbage.
Still, though, after watching it, I really want to see... I want to see how Jiren would have done in this fight.
Yeah, I want to see more. Broly is insane.
Really is insane.
I like new Broly. He's not just
I like new
original Broly was sadistic. He was actually was a villainous guy. This one is just like I was exiled and I don't know how to communicate with people because I was just raised with my dad who kept me in check.
I do wish that he was a bit more fucked up from it, though.
Right? It's
like he's basically saying Hulk right now,
yeah.
Which is fine. But I wish that he
had more issues.
Because he's less threatening now. Now it's just like a race to get him to stop freaking out.
I kind of dig it though.
Before, I like that it was that unbridled like rage. Right. And it was aimed at a motherfucker. He was trying to kill someone.
I get it.
Where, like now he's not really. He's like fighting one of the big gorilla things.
Yeah, he is sick though. I mean, that was essentially his first fight.
And that was his first ever fight.
It was his first ever fight, and he learned quickly as shit.
Yeah, he achieved Super Saiyan in his first fight.
Amazing.
And it's only base level, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he went berserk, but his berserk is like freaking Goku and Vegeta had to basically merge as Gogeta in their god mode, in the blue god mode, just to fucking fight an enraged Broly.
Just refresher course, real quick.
Yes.
None of these versions, except for Gogeta because it didn't exist yet.
Yes.
None of these versions of Goku or Vegeta could touch Jiren.
They later, no, not really.
That's why I'm like, Broly and Jiren need to meet.
Oh, no. At this point, I feel that because this is the first Dragon Ball Super movie.
Right.
At this point, I don't think they're going to end it as this.
I thought they did a movie to show the blue version.
No. Battle of the Gods and Resurrection of Frieza were tagged under Super. Oh, were tagged under Z still, Dragon Ball Z.
And which one of those is the one where he gets blue instinct, whatever?
Did he get that in a movie? I thought he just got that in a show.
I don't know. I just remember all the promos I thought it was a movie where he got the Ultra Instinct or whatever.
Oh, Ultra Instinct was on a show only. That wasn't Super. That one laid damage on Jiren.
But that one really did.
Ultra Instinct, that's the one that's not blue. That one is where it's pure. It's like
black,
it's black. Like, it's these like things going off. It's like black gray, silver almost.
And so this version actually was a threat to Jiren?
Oh yeah, he was toe to toe. And this is like full power Jiren. This is not just regular Jiren in his gear. This is where he's like his clothes are all ripped and he's like fully enraged.
Oh, I thought none of the forms.
Oh, no. Goku did. But this is like Ultra Instinct is beyond God level.
So this is beyond what they did on Brawley.
Yes.
Because I thought he used the Ultra thing on
To be
Brawley,
fair, though, to
but it
be
only
fair,
like worked once, and then he started fucking him up again.
it is what they showed in this one. They showed more here than they did in Super, where I'm not sure. It might have confused a couple people, where the background started just getting weird. Do you remember the
Right.
scene in the Super
What they
in this?
like punched each other into a new dimension?
Pretty much. What happened there is that they actually, because in Super they explain it where it's like if a power goes too much, it can break reality.
Yeah, that's what I figured happened.
That's what happened.
Right.
And I think it briefly happened in Super. Here it lasted way longer. So they went ham. And that wasn't even check the thing about I think a Broly versus a Jiren fight would be great because again, that's Broly's first fight. He learns almost instantly. He levels up as quickly as he learns.
That was another thing, though. I'm like, why would Goku? But then again, Goku's
With
doing a
Ultra
shit.
Instinct, he can't actually tap it himself. It has to be. It's not something he can just turn into.
So that wasn't what he used on Brawley in the movie, where he suddenly was fast enough to like toss Brawley's shit out of
No,
the
no,
way. Like,
that was that was kind of that was shown in Super where it's kind of like it's more martial arts at this point where he's got control of his surroundings and himself.
okay,
It's
I thought that's what that was.
no. Ultra Instinct is it's almost
Different,
like he's not even in control anymore.
right?
It's like he's shut off and it's pure instinct. It's essentially that but with elevated. You got to like seeing the Ultra Instinct fights in Super is actually pretty awesome. But yeah,
So, so Jiren. So you think that Ultra Instinct version of Goku is stronger than Gogeta then?
see again, Ultra Instinct it's not really he's not really in control.
Right.
That's why
But
it's slightly
if there's
different.
a fight against Gogeta and Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Instinct wins.
I think so.
Interesting.
I think so. But it again because Gogeta can with the earrings they can turn into that and they
Uh-huh.
have control of oh not the earrings with the dance they can control and they have full control of it
Right.
because of that. That's the advantage. They know exactly what they're doing and stuff. With Ultra Instinct it is literally pure instinct.
So that version that you said was toe to toe with Jiren, but not necessarily stronger than him.
They didn't get I don't I'm actually spacing out how that bloody ended, but he was handling it. He was
Huh.
like as in it was easy. He was easy balance.
That makes me even more curious though on that fight against Brawley though.
But that's why because Broly is still untapped potential. That's why I feel he's
You're
way more
assuming
threatening.
Jiren doesn't have
No,
like a
That was Jiren's peak. When he unleashed, that was his peak.
yeah, but we all thought Frieza's peak was
Right.
4, and then he turned gold because you can
Gold is
write.
well, obviously they can easily write that, but this is the most Jiren's ever unleashed. Even all of his men are saying this is the most this is it. We haven't
And
even they didn't even see him that enraged ever.
and he still wasn't defeated.
No, but he still wasn't. He couldn't defeat Goku. So, and normally he would defeat dudes like this without even trying.
Right.
And the fact that
but it
he
a
was,
skill-
yeah, it was basically stalemate.
well,
It's good shit. But the Broly, I think Broly's great because it's
why
untapped.
keep Brawley on the table if you know that that was only base like once Brawley's hitting God mode and stuff, this shit is like
Oh, you're done.
yeah, he's
You're
already
done.
breaking reality.
Yes. They already broke reality just because they were fighting.
Right.
That's not even on the first fight. That's bloody nuts. The fact that he was destroying Gold Frieza. That scene
Oh,
where
yeah.
he's just
I
obliterating Gold.
like that when they go to book it and they
Yeah.
run past Frieza and they're like, "Good luck."
Yeah.
And they-
And because Frieza's like, I'm like, because he's cocky as heck.
oh yeah.
He's pure cock. Like Frieza regular is cocky as heck. As Gold, he's like, I'm the best. He's like, nah, bro,
Which
you know you're not.
feels so to me because he was already gold Frieza when he was in the tournament against the other guys, and wasn't the best there, right?
Yeah, yeah. But Frieza's Frieza. He's always cocky.
For sure. It seemed weird to me that he was so sure that his gold power
The
level was
reason
gonna.
why because they at the start all of them completely underestimated Broly. That was their failure.
But Frieza had been watching Brawly smack up Goku and shit
Yeah.
before he got to him, so it just seemed weird. Like he's like, this is gonna be no problem, even though Goku and Vegeta whoop my ass every Saturday.
It's Frieza, man. What can you say? He's always gonna fuck up like that. He's
But
always gonna
it
fuck
was
up.
great to watch him getting smashed up. I love that they included the homage of the like face smashing run thing
That
from
was
the old.
great. Dude, the fight scenes here were great.
I also think they mixed the 3D effect.
I agree. The CG was handled very well.
Yeah. The only
Uh,
parts where it stood out to me in a negative way weren't even on the characters. It was when they would like blow up the environment.
right, that's what I thought too. I was like, you should have applied those same filters on the backgrounds.
Yeah, like especially on like smoke and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Still making clouds. We've been seeing Dragon Ball movies for decades where they have
Exactly.
on clouds.
I'm like, yeah, it was like it looked like cloud filters. I was like, no. Actually, make it look like cell shaded clouds.
Yeah, exactly. Have an outline to them or
Like
something.
something.
That
Yeah, that's the part that stood out. I was like, that shouldn't be the part that stands out. It's usually the character
yeah.
that would
And
stand
plus,
out.
at this point, when they punch each other, it should just be destroying everything around them.
It was great. I love that.
I
Yeah,
just
watch
I
it.
feel like the power levels are so high now that it isn't like I get it. It was cute at the beginning where they're like, "Look, now we hang out here and it's secluded so the boys can spar."
That was
Like,
fun.
but they've been like planet destructor
Yep.
level for years, and they're way stronger than that now. I feel like even sparring, every time they hit fists, it should be like destroying mountains around them.
Like
Every
clouds,
time
every
out with-
punch on the land surface, like surface area,
Right.
clouds should just start parting.
Yeah, man.
You know, waves, waves. Oh.
Yeah. They need to like use the Dragon Balls to like make us all be able to hear forever because every one of these punches is deafening.
Oh yeah. I feel like after like while watching it, I was like, I don't know if they could do a live action proper.
I think they could, but it would have to be not this version. I don't think they could ever get to where they're going.
No. They can definitely go as far as Frieza.
I feel like
They can go as far as Frieza.
The trilogy is the Frieza thing.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, first arc, Dragon Ball. Second film. Actually, I don't even know if you need to do Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball in a flashback, like
Yeah,
opening.
that's true. First one is the first fight tournament.
Yep.
Second one is what? Introduction of Vegeta.
I think
Third
Raditz,
one is Frieza. Yeah, well, obviously Raditz is the end of. They could do this, man. They could do this.
I think if they treated the source material like the comic book movies treat their source material, then I think you could get a cool Dragon Ball movie. But every
would love
Dragon
it.
Ball or like Street Fighter or something, they always go like, no one wants to see what it actually is. Let's make our take on it.
That's
And
what
they're
I didn't get that.
like,
I didn't get that. It's like, no, we want to see what it actually is. That's why we watched it.
Yeah, which I feel like at least one movie recently attempted to give us that, as far as like anime adaptation of taking like, this is what was in the books. Here's the thing from the books.
Yeah.
So they're at least now starting to
Yes,
attempt that.
right.
So these days, maybe
Just-
James Cameron will get really invested in Dragon
For real.
Ball.
Oh, dude, I'd like that. I'd like that.
He'll put some director on it that'll make us a good Dragon Ball movie.
I'd like that, please, because I would love to see in my lifetime. I'd love to see a live action. I promise you, I'd have tears with happiness.
They put out that news that Stephen Chow's doing Kung Fu Hustle 2.
Right. It's gonna be a sequel, spiritual
Give that
sequel.
guy
They said
a
though.
fuck ton of money
Yes.
and say, you make the Dragon Ball Z movie. Cast whoever you want. Here's enough budget to give us the effects you'll need. Make the Dragon Ball movie. I feel like he's got the perfect balance of humor and
Dude,
action.
it would be
I feel
funny.
like-
What sucked as well though is he was a producer in the Dragon Ball live action.
Yeah, but I'm positive that movie
It
got
was
taken.
by name. Oh yeah, you know he was changed. You
Yeah,
know
I'm
stuff
sure.
was
I'm sure
changed,
that
man.
movie got taken through the ringer by the studio.
Fact,
Yeah,
fact. But Broly, I enjoyed it, man.
yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
It made me
Definitely.
smile. I'm like, it was weird because I'm like, when I'm sitting there, when the film finished, I was like, I can't believe I just watched a new Dragon Ball movie in the cinema.
It made me nostalgic for back in the day. Like I remember going over to my friend's house when the new Dragon Ball movie would come on Toonami, and it was
Mm.
like, oh, this
An
week
event, right? Yeah.
they're showing like World's Strongest.
Right, right,
And
right.
we would all go over to his house and then watch it, and people were like cheering through the
Yep.
fights, like, oh, everybody losing their mind. I would have loved an experience like that. Unfortunately, I just don't have enough Dragon Ball friends.
Yeah. I caught it with a mate, and we were just like, "This is fucking sick." Every
Right.
now and then we're like, "This is fucking sick."
I feel like I want like a Super Bowl party
Dude,
experience, but just
yes,
everybody watching Dragon Ball or some shit
dude.
like.
Did you see that? In bloody they aired the last two episodes of Dragon Ball Super in Mexico. They held events.
That's awesome.
They like in various stadiums was they did screenings. Originally, they actually got in trouble. They were gonna get in trouble because they were charging people, and Toy Animation, the studios from Japan, they were like, "No, we don't give you permission just to do this," because
Right.
they were charging people. So they ended up just doing like broadcasting it for free, which is still kind of a no-no, but they did it anyways.
Right.
And yeah, if you see, they had like multiple in different areas in the country. They had actual screenings,
That's
and the
awesome.
crowd was going crazy. They love it there.
Here, I want to have a Super Bowl party where it's when the Super Bowl is going on, we'll
Yeah,
just watch Dragon Ball instead.
I'm down. I'm way more down for that.
We'll watch the old movies like
Dude, yeah,
Listen Tree of Might and
dude, yeah, dude.
shit.
The fighting here was great there, man. A lot of the actual martial arts stuff was sick.
Yes. So like I really still probably my favorite bit of animation was that scene where Goku's getting ready to fight and he's warming up.
There was
Animation
there was more of
was
those kinds of shots too. Where I was like,
there
this
are
is
some,
sick.
but I just loved how
Yeah,
smooth and loose that was.
how fluid, how actual martial arts it felt. Like
Right.
they did their stances and everything, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen that in a while. This is nice.
I
This is
thought
nice.
the uh Goku and Vegeta learning the fusion dance
Great,
sequence was fun. It was
great.
confusing to me though because Goku and Piccolo did the dance perfect the first time, but they didn't fuse.
I think it has to be also their intent, because I know it's not just performing the dance. You have to be thinking about exactly the same thing.
Well, I wanted them to fuse so we could have
Right.
seen what the fuck that would have looked like.
I know. In one of the games, they do that.
Yeah, I saw
There's
one
like a
where
bunch
they
of
like fused
variations. Yeah,
Piccolo
yeah,
and Krillin and
yeah.
shit.
It's pretty clowning.
But yeah, man, let my boy Piccolo do something. That's all I want. Give him a new form. I even sketched like a new form of Piccolo the other day, and I was like, this would be fun to new Piccolo form. But then I after I sketched it, I looked up. I was like, okay, now that I've drawn my version, let me Google what other people think new Piccolo form will look like.
And would
It's so much of it is weird. So much of it is weird.
dude, Dragon Ball fan base with their fan characters, fucking wild. It's like it's in a sense kind of like the Sonic
Right,
community.
sort of.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where it's like, what?
They call him Namekian God.
Yep, the
Is
Mechian
the
God.
is the, like popular new form for him, and he's like blue with like neon.
Why would you change his color? There's no blue Namekian.
I think and some of them, which what I think it was a cool idea, is some of them tried to mix his form with the dragon.
See, I get that. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, like he'd be connected to the
Yeah, because
dragon.
he is. They're the ones that create the bulls.
Yeah, and I've seen some where they try and do that, like they turn his little knobbies, they turn them into the Shinlong like antler
That's pretty
things.
cool. That's pretty cool.
But I can imagine taking that further and making it look cooler. I've seen some
Yeah,
versions
yeah.
of it, but I'm like, huh, that's an interesting idea. I feel like that could be expanded upon.
That's interesting.
Anyhow, give my boy Piccolo something to do. Come
Yeah, I
on.
mean, hopefully this means. I mean, this film was clearly a success for them. They didn't. I don't think they expected making this much internationally. Generally,
All right. That's
I think.
because fucking they pick people like Dragon Ball still.
Yeah, the world loves Dragon Ball. All right,
They
that's
do.
it's
Goku was in the damn Macy's Day Parade this
yeah,
year.
which is wild. He's one of the representatives for the next Olympics.
Yeah, man. He's peak
Great,
athlete.
great. Yeah, well, he's. But yeah, like just. I'm sure from the success of this, they'll probably make more. So hopefully
Yeah,
we'll get more
they
adventures.
do, and I hope the next one is all focused on Piccolo, getting like the newest form where he's like super legit.
Well, he's the Namekian god.
Oh well, they don't even got to call it that necessarily, but I think give him something to do, man. He's put in the work. He raised Gohan. He got them through some hard shit. Also,
Dude.
people need to stop fucking around and not bringing sensu beans. I feel like every conversation is, you got a sensu bean? Nah, I ran out or I left
Yep.
them. Like, why, you idiot?
I promise
Every,
you, I
every
would have
week,
sensu
you
beans
guys need one.
everywhere I go.
Bruh, they'd everywhere they'd be on me.
Everywhere.
Every,
Everywhere.
especially as Goku or Vegeta, there's always got
Oh,
to be a situation where you're
absolutely.
gonna need one.
How is that not part of their their like there's like,
Also,
oh, pack your jacket.
knowing stupid ass Goku,
Especially,
I
yeah,
feel
knowing
like he
Goku.
just would have thrown the sensu bean to Brawly and been like, "Now let's really make this interesting." Throw the
Yeah,
fucking
it's like
sensu bean in.
cool.
Now he's back in his full power. Come on, Vegeta, let's go get our asses smacked in.
Let's learn how to fight again.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
try
know.
to not die.
Goku is kind of an idiot. I was a little bit on Vegeta's side with that conversation.
But that's Goku, man. That's just he hasn't changed and he's never gonna change, and that's just how he is.
I liked all the scenes where he was doing shit and then laughing at it, but not a big fan of Goku's laugh in the American dub, at least.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Very weird and
Yeah,
giggly,
I
and I
kind of
feel
I
like
kind of wish I watched it subtitled, to be honest. I'm gonna when it comes out, I'd like to watch it in a subtitled version just to see what the Japanese
right.
dialogue is like.
I'm like nostalgically attached to the US cast for Dragon Ball, so it didn't bother me their
Right, yeah, yeah.
voices necessarily.
For
Just his
sure.
laugh was really weird.
Right.
And I was like, why can't he just have a natural laugh? Why does Goku's laugh have to be weird?
It's
But
Goku.
whatever, man. He's awkward.
But I'd recommend this film if you haven't seen it already. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, if you're a fan of watching an anime in the big screen,
Yeah,
it's a good one to do so.
it's an opportunity. Do it. Give it a
Mhm.
shot.
You don't get to see many anime in a cinema.
No,
The
it's
fact that
true.
they're showing this one, make the most of it. Give it a
Do
shot.
it, man.
Yeah, I give it thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So there's our review discussion for Dragon Ball Super Brawly.
Brawly.
So until the next one, guys, you know the thing. Stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.